Hello and welcome to Playins Div B in Gman Precap. Uh, so first of all, congratulations to the 6 coaches that made it into this division into Playins. I'm assuming most of you watched the draw from Herringsward. Well, those of you who were around at the time. And so I'm not completely sure who are the seeded people. I'm not sure. I'll see if I can check that. So I know Tessie Deans with Mr. Leibniz, they were one of the seeded people because they came first in 5G because I was the recapper for that one. Just having a quick look, Robin F was also a seeded team. They came first in 5C. And then I think there's one more person. Uh, Voldak. Voldak was also a seeded person who qualified with Nurgle. She's doing really well actually. Nurgle, such a bad low TV team, doing very well to have done, come first in their division. So let's have a quick look at the teams. We'll be starting on Wednesday, but let's have a look at what the teams start out at. So, Testines, an Amazon team, got their rerolls and their apothecary, basically got everything they need. 140k in the bank, plenty of guard, even got a lineman with guard, so got an extra guard, that's nice. Strength full blitzer, great. Mighty Blow Tackle, which is kind of necessary if you're going to be playing against some elves or agility teams. Rog and a dodge and a dirty player. So pretty good. So Amazons go. Pretty lean, 14-10 with 5 guard and plenty of block and dodge. Amazon's doing well in like the low to mid TV, and so these are definitely going to be a strong team coming in. So I was saying they came top in 5G with a record of 6-1-0. So they've done really well. They also played in the Greenhorn, and so did well in the Greenhorn too. But yeah, 6-1-0 in 5G, so they performed very well. Then moving on, we've got Chaos, coached by Night Visitor, Nocturnal Carnage. Again, they've got 3-year-olds in Apo, plenty of all they need. Got 12 men, so they've got a Splayer player. Couple guard on the Beastman is nice. Dodge, Sure Hands, Bull Carrier also going well. It's nice to get the dodge on the Bull Carrier as well, especially if you went Sure Hands first. Some coaches decide that they're going to wait until they get a doubles before they make someone a dedicated Bull Carrier. But when you decide to take Sure Hands first and then the doubles come, that's always a bonus. Plus Strength Beastman, very nice. I mean, it's basically another Chaos Warrior, but you're trading movement for armor value, so great. And you get horns thrown into the bargain, which is nice. Frenzy as well, so basically Strength 5 Frenzy on the Blitz is going to be a very good thing. It's basically a bit like a Minotaur, though obviously the Minotaur is Strength 6 on the Blitz. But yeah, a much more reliable Minotaur. Then got a couple of Claw Mighty Bow. One of them is getting very close to getting piling on. I'm assuming they may go block after that, but quite often people who are going Mighty Bow Claw first will take piling on after that, so that's doing well. Yeah, team's looking good. They are like quite high team value because of sort of the dodge and the plus strength. So not a huge amount of skills and not a huge amount of block either. So they are probably pretty prone to turning over because of 1 in 9 blocks. But with the Mighty Blow, they've probably got enough power to try and remove enough players to make it an advantage for them. Next up, we've got Robin F's High Elves team. And that's a pretty nice High Elf team. Shame about the minus movement on the Mighty Blow catcher, but they've got loads of blodge already, which is really nice. Got a couple of tackle as well. Having 2 throwers is a bit odd, You don't normally see two throwers. Maybe he's planning to get leader with the second one, which can be nice. Though the fact that you have to pay an extra 20k for get the thrower over the lineman means that leader isn't so like TV efficient. But it's good. It's also good to have backup in case this one dies. But this one's looking very nice. Got basically all the throwing skills you need. Got sure hands. So apart from the plus agility, he can't really improve his throwing. Though he is a bit vulnerable to being blocked because he's not got block or dodge. But you can't have everything. Guard on the team is very nice, and a Rog lineman. So yeah, looking very good. They haven't got that many, they haven't got any stat ups. They've only got a couple of doubles, or actually three, because it's got mighty blow, strong arm, and guard. So I mean, it's good to have so many levels. They've got quite a lot of levels, but they probably would have been nicer to have some more doubles or stats. Like considering the number of levels that this team has got, actually you'd kind of expect to have a couple of stats or maybe some more doubles, considering how many levels there have been. But yeah, looking very good. And anyone who doesn't have plenty of tackle is going to find it very annoying to play against all these blodge players. Then we've got Rex Lupus, the necromantic team, coached by Joichishi. They've got 3 rerolls, got both wolves, only 1 ghoul, so they might decide to buy another ghoul at some point. They've got 100k in the bank. They've got 13 players though, so they've got plenty of people. And they've got mighty blow and a werewolf, which is always great. Makes such a big difference to have a double or a stat on werewolves. It just makes, I mean, they're already fairly good players, but when they get the double or the stat, they become pretty amazing players. Flesh golems, not hugely developed. You probably would have liked to have seen another block on this one and maybe a guard. But he has got a couple of guard on the white, so that'll make up for it. And a mighty blow and a tackle. So yeah, a little bit light on tackle, but then considering the amount of skills he's got, he hasn't got that many skills, or that many level ups. So it is a bit hard to take tackle on a necromantic team until you get sort of quite a few level ups, because you want to be taking some guard and some mighty blow and block and things. But they do have frenzy, so that should make up for the fact that they've only got 1 tackle. Then we have Orc team, Djogo Benito. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 3 rolls and apothecary, they've got that going. Strength 5 Black Orc, and 2 more strengths up. So this is looking like a pretty crazy team already. 3 strengths up. 3 strength ups on orcs is going to be very nice. Nice to be on the mighty blow guy as well. Again, they've got only 1 tackle, which might be a bit of a problem against the Amazons or the High Elves. But they've got such a huge strength advantage that they can probably just get in some powers because of the amount of blocks that they'll be taking up with the strength ups. But yeah, a couple of wrestle and a deep dice player, looking good. Highest team value? Actually no, sorry, the High Elves are the highest team value. Jeez, I didn't realize quite how high this team value was. So no wizard being for the High Elves. Everyone else will probably have a wizard against them, which might make things difficult. And then, last but not least, we've got Nurgle, who are going to be a little bit struggling in terms of development compared to the other teams here. They've only got 2 block warriors and a block Votter. Still haven't got the 3rd reroll yet. Looks like they haven't had the cash to be able to do that yet, so they need. And the whole team is pretty expensive, so still saving it for the 3rd reroll. And without the block, it is quite hard with the 2 rerolls, just because you are sort of turning over quite a lot. He has got dodge on a pesticle, which is nice. He's got his carrier started nicely, and he's got mighty blow. But again, like against themes like the chaos, you've already got a couple of mighty blow and claw. This team's probably going to struggle a bit. They will get plenty of inducements because they are, I think, the lowest team value. So yeah, they'll probably have a wizard and maybe can buy a reroll every game. So the lack of the reroll won't matter too much. But it will be hard, especially as the players cost so much and they don't start off with that many useful skills. Well, foul appearance and disturbing presence are useful, but not as useful as block. Uh, so they are sort of a bit behind in terms of development. We'll have to see what happens. Though, judging by how they did it in their division, I think that they came first with a 4-3-0 record. So obviously a good coach, and we'll got to watch out to see what they can do. It might be a bit hard against all these much higher team value uh, things, and especially as pretty much all of them are sort of races which will do better at low team values than Nurgle. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to make any predictions about who's going to do well. I don't think we haven't started the thing yet, so there's no schedule of seeing who's going to be playing up against who early on, and I think that probably will make quite a big difference. Because teams like the Orcs and things would probably prefer to have a game against like the Nurgle or the Necromantic or the Chaos before they play against High Elves or Amazons, so they get a bit more chance to get more tackle, and which they really need with so much dodge. And we'll see. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.